Hey, beautiful people. How is everybody doing? Let me just get set up. Give me 1 second. Do you guys like my No Worries t-shirt? I'm loving it. That's how I'm feeling today. It is a beautiful day in Texas. I mean, there's no worries. I feel like I should be in Jamaica, like, yeah, mom, like no worries, just like chill. Because that really is my vibe today, just really laid back and chilled out. But today I really want to fix my chair. Okay. Addison's got to get comfortable. So today I really just I woke up to all these messages about my Cleanse to Self-Love program, which is amazing. I love that I have so many people messaging me and interested in it, and that you guys are really excited for this program, just like I am. But so I woke up to a bunch of messages and actually some comments underneath some of my promotionals and posts about it. And I've gotten all of these people that keep making these comments about having to almost earn my hair is crazy. Okay. I think that's better. My hair was like all frizzy. But these comments about earning your self-love, and there was one comment that actually I've gotten several comments along the same lines about one person was like, you don't understand, Addison, you don't understand. I'm fat. I can't love myself. It's not okay to love myself. That because my body isn't in exactly the right place I want it to be, I don't deserve to love myself. I'm not worthy of loving myself because of that. I also got somebody who was like, you don't understand, you're not fat. Like, I've got actually a lot of commentary about body image with self-love, which does not surprise me at all. And so I wanted to share just like a little bit of my story, and then also explain why you don't have to earn it. That's a bullshit belief, and one that keeps us held back, keeps us from truly expanding in our lives. And you're probably going to hear lots of noise and people walking around because I am at a coffee shop. And so yeah. But so I had several people who were like, you don't understand. Of course you can love yourself. Of course you can love yourself. Like, you're not fat. You're not this. You're not that. You're, and they like some rambling on about, why I don't understand. And I wanted to share that, especially on the commentary about body image, I spent 15 years in a truly a deadly eating disorder, where I hated myself. I truly can say I absolutely was disgusted and despised myself in those years. The things I did in the name of self-hate was shocking to me. Looking back now, I actually am very, very shocked. I can't, it's hard for me to truly wrap my brain around that person of, 10, 15 years ago, and that person who lived in that self-hate for so long. And I went through the spectrum of hate from, I have had probably in my adult years, not talking about like when I was a young teenager here, but probably 100-pound variance in my weight throughout the years. And I want to say that you don't have to earn your self-love. And the fact is, no matter what your weight is, no matter where your issues of self-love are coming from, the fact is you don't have to earn it. It's not something like you have to work for your self-love. Like, yes, you might have to do your internal work. You might have to do some expansion work internally to get to a place where you're able to truly drop into that. However, it's a bullshit belief that you have to earn it, or that if you are a certain sex, if you are a certain sexual orientation, that if you are a certain weight, that if you're a certain age, or anything else, that you don't deserve to be loved. That is a way that we actually hold ourselves back from our self-love. This is a way that we actually put a boundary in place, and it's actually a victim mode. And I know that that's hard to hear, but it is a victim mode. It is a way that we are self-sabotaging ourselves to stay in that mode. Because I remember, you know, in this journey of 15 years and an eating disorder, and there was so much that came with that: depression, anxiety, self-harm. I had a little snippet there where I was doing some self-harming behaviors, and truly, like, I can't think of anyone that I've ever heard of like that really truly hated themselves more at the time, and it was awful. And I'm so grateful to have moved through. But I remember a therapist at the time being like, "When is enough enough? When is enough going to be enough, Addison? Like, when are you just going to decide to love yourself? When are you going to decide to step into this?" And I think when we and at the time I didn't realize, but it really was my victim mode. It was a pity mode. It was a me leaning into, oh, poor me. It was a way to escape having to truly face myself and my power. And that's the thing here, guys. It was a way for me to escape my power. And so when I hear these comments of like, I can't love myself because I'm fat, or I can't love myself because, you know, I just got divorced, or I can't love myself because I'm, you know, 60 years old, 30 years old, 10 years old, I don't care. It's all an excuse. It is a way your ego is getting in there and trying to play games on you, with you, trying to trick you. And it's a way of you separating from the rest of the world. That is not your soul, guys. That is not your soul at all. It is a way for you to, your ego to get between you and your true soul, and your soul purpose. Because the truth is, we are scared of our power. Anyone who says that they've never been scared of their power, I think is lying. I think that's crazy, because if you were truly stepping into your power and your beauty and your spirit, like, yes, it is a little scary. It is a little like, whew, like edgy. And so you don't have to earn your worth. You don't have to earn your self-love. Self-love is a decision. Self-love comes from within. It has nothing to do with the external. It has nothing to do with your behaviors either. I don't care if you do all of this stuff that you're like, that was bad, that was not good, that was not helpful, that was, you know, that wasn't really the best choice. I don't care who you're having sex with. I don't care what kind of sex you're having. I don't care if you yelled at your kids this morning, or if you know your world's blowing up. You can still choose to love yourself. Self-love comes back to a core. That's not saying that you agree with everything. That's not saying that that you're like, yeah, that was a good decision. If you truly did make a mistake, or there is something where you're like, okay, that wasn't my best self, I'm not saying that you have to love the behavior. I'm saying that there's a difference between that and loving yourself, loving your core, really tuning in and quieting your mind to touch base with that inner self, that inner spirit, that inner beauty. And it is a decision. Point, you do have to decide, like, yes, I'm going to step in here. I'm going to love myself. I'm going to find my worthiness. I'm going to even sometimes use other people to find my worthiness. What do I mean by that? I'm squinting, so I have this weird little wrinkle going on in my head. Maybe I shouldn't love myself. Maybe I shouldn't love myself because I have a wrinkle. Oh my goodness, I'm 33 and I have a wrinkle. Let the world stop. Let the world stop. But truly, it is this belief that we can only love ourselves when we have this or when we have that, and that's not the case. But it truly is something that you have to decide every single day. And we're going to be going more into all of this in the Cleanse to Self-Love program. But I didn't want to wait. I love the work I'm doing. I love this work on self-love. I do so much work on sexuality. I do so much work with relationships. I do all this work on love, but that also encompasses self-love. Without self-love, we have nothing, guys. We have nothing. Even if you have this beautiful, beautiful life, I don't care if you're sitting on the beach, you're getting mojitos delivered to you on the beach from, the sexiest man in the whole entire world. You have the perfect body. The fact is, I have met people who I would say have the perfect body, have the perfect life, are perfect, and no one's perfect, but from the outside look really perfect, and absolutely hate themselves. And guess what? It's not attractive. It's not attractive. And they're not magnetic. They're not magnetic. The people that we truly connect with are those people who are in love with themselves, can share that, because the truth is, when we fill ourselves with that love, we share that, we send that love out. So you have to look at what's going on internally with that love and really get good with it, and take steps to remind yourself daily that you're worthy, that you're deserving, that you do love yourself. It's okay to love yourself. That no matter what is going on in the external environment, no matter what your friends think, no matter what your family thinks, no matter what your boyfriend thinks or your girlfriend thinks, that you are still deserving of love. And we truly do teach people how to love us. And it really is like, when we don't love ourselves, we truly are sending this kind of energy out. Even if you have like the greatest smile on your face, even if you're acting like you're loving yourself, if you don't love yourself, people know. They sniff that shit out. They do. They sniff that shit out. There's no hiding it, and you definitely can't hide it from the universe. It's not about loving every action. It's like a child. You wouldn't, if you have kids or you have people in your life that you just like adore. I don't personally have my own kids, but I think of, a kid, like one of my nieces, my nephews, and I think about how sometimes they do stuff wrong that I'm like, okay, that was a bad choice. That was a bad choice. Hitting your brother, that was a bad choice. Not the best choice. And I can be unhappy with their behavior, and I can still love them. The same thing goes for us. We can still go, okay, well, I promised myself I was going to work out this week, and I chose not to. I chose not to step up for myself. I chose to make poor decisions here. I told myself I was going to get to that journaling. I told myself I was going to do that work. I told myself that I was going to take a break, whatever it is. I told myself that I wasn't going to let this person or that person influence me, and they did. I let them in. I let that happen. And you can go, okay, I'm not happy with my decisions, but I still love self. And that's where it comes back to truly getting down to your core and loving self. And so here's some free coaching, free advice, free little exercise. I do suggest that you take time, if you're really struggling with your self-love, take time every single day to do a little bit of meditation, but not just meditation, but connecting in with self and taking a second and just closing your eyes and putting your hand on your heart, putting your hand on your genitals or your lower abdomen, and really just breathing into that divine light within you, that power, that energy, that beauty that is deep in your core self. So do that, because I think we can come up with all these excuses, but you don't have to earn your self-worth. You don't have to earn your self-love. That is an inner game. And I can tell you, I can fucking promise you that until you step in and start loving yourself, all the things that you want to change, all the progress you want to make, all the beautiful feelings you want to feel are not going to happen. I told you earlier that I had a 15-year eating disorder, and really I spent years in therapy. I met at the time my mentor, and I started doing work on self, and it became a very self-loving, lots of self-love practices. That when I started to truly drop in and love myself and connect with my body and being willing to connect with my body, that is when I made progress. That is when all the things that I had been doing in order, like, I had been like really doing some really awful behaviors to my physical body. And like, I remember going like, I want to lose weight, because like it was an eating disorder. So of course that's like what I was doing. I was focused in on my weight, but it was not until I started loving myself that all that started changing. And I was like, yeah, I don't have a desire to do any of this. I actually love myself. I actually am in tune with myself. I actually like don't just love myself. I'm just like extraordinary. Like I am in like absolute adoration of this person. And I can tell you that once I started loving myself, and I don't want to make this on a weight thing because this isn't about weight loss. Like you can be 1,000,000 pounds, you can be like a stick. I don't care. I really don't. As long as you're living your best life and loving on your body. I will go into more of the body image stuff in my course, in my Cleanse the Self-Love course. So if you're not in that, get in that. But I mean, I dropped like that, like dropped weight when I started loving myself. And I had tortured myself for years. And all it took was me loving myself. And my health improved. And my vibrance improved. And my magnetism improved. It had nothing to do with my physical body. It had to do with how I was feeling internally. So I actually have to let you guys go because my computer is about to die because I have not plugged it in. I have to give some love to my computer because it's about to die. But I did want to kind of drop in and say, like, stop trying to fucking earn it. You don't have to earn it. It just is. It just is. You just have to decide that you're going to be willing to drop into a level of self-love with self and really take that time to acknowledge and push your ego aside. Be like, I don't need that. Thank you, ego. I don't need that. Thank you, ego. I don't need that. That is no longer useful to me. And it's a practice. It's a continual practice. So yeah. Okay. Well, before my computer drops off on us, Cleanse the Self-Love. Get in there. If you're not in there, it's only a females program. So I'm sorry, gentlemen. We're going to keep this a female program. But if you're not in there, get your ass in there. It's going to be an amazing program. We're going to keep it as somewhat of a small group so we can really get some good interaction going, and we really can get some true sharing and some depth and some juiciness. And I'm going to be doing some of my own personal sharing, some depth that I don't tend to share on my individual lives. So you're going to get the training, you're going to get my personal shares, you're going to get some, some hacks, some tips, some just stop at some body image stuff, some just like really good practices. It's a 3-day course, and so get your butt in there, and hopefully I will see you all there. Other than that, I think that's all I'm going to announce today. Keep rocking it out. Stop faking it until you make it and start living it, guys. Stop faking it until you make it and start living it. Okay. I love you all, and I will see you tomorrow for another Addison Unleashed. Bye, guys.